Hey guys, let's get more news about Steelers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Steelers place promising rookie on IR in slew of roster moves on NFL Cutdown Day. The Pittsburgh Steelers are going to have to wait until 2025 to see sixth-round rookie safety Ryan Watts on the field again. Just prior to the NFL's roster cutdown deadline, the Steelers placed Watts on the reserve/injured list. The transaction will end his rookie season. Watts sustained an injury late in the final preseason game against the Detroit Lions on August 24. Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin told reporters that he suspected the injury was a pinched nerve, but with Watts out for the season, it's very likely more serious than that. The Steelers, though, have not provided a further injury update. Watts remained on the field for a few minutes after suffering his injury. But he did leave the field walking on his own with the medical team next to him. A Texas product, Watts was Pittsburgh's final selection in the 2024 NFL Draft. The Steelers grabbed him at number 195 overall in the 6th round. With August 27 the deadline to cut NFL rosters to 53 players, placing Watts on the IR was far from the only move the Steelers made. The Steelers received high grades for their selections in the 2024 NFL Draft. But to begin this season, many of those picks are dealing with injuries. In addition to Watts, first-rounder Troy Fautanu along with third-rounders Roman Wilson and Peyton Wilson suffered injuries during the preseason. The Steelers didn't place Fautanu or either of the Wilsons on injured reserve on roster cutdown day, so they all appear to still have a chance to play in Week 1. But on August 21, the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette's Ray Fittipaldo called Roman Wilson a candidate to start the season on injured reserve. Fautanu told reporters on August 21 that he plans to play in Week 1. However, it's unclear how much of the field he will see after he missed valuable August repetitions. Peyton Wilson left Week 2 of the preseason with a concussion. Without Watts, the Steelers kept veteran safety Jalen Elliott on their initial 53-man roster on August 27. That was surprising since the team cut Elliott in July and brought him back only after another injury to a defensive back on August 8. Other than Watts, the Steelers also placed outside linebacker Julius Welschof on reserve/injured list on August 27. With Watts, the Steelers sent edge rusher Jeremiah Moon and offensive lineman Dylan Cook to IR. But if there's any good news to those moves, the Steelers designated both players to return. The Steelers claimed Moon from the Baltimore Ravens on February 13. He was set to serve as one of the team's depth edge rushers before his injury. Without Moon, T.J. Watt, Alex Highsmith and Nick Herbig are the three outside linebackers the Steelers have on their initial 53-man roster. Cook has never appeared in an NFL regular season game. But he was on Pittsburgh's 53-man roster for all of last season and was expected to be a reserve offensive lineman again in 2024. Cook began his NFL career as an undrafted free agent for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 2022. He spent most of his rookie season on the Tampa Bay practice squad. Unsurprisingly, veteran linebacker Cole Holcomb is not ready to begin the regular season. He has been sidelined with a knee injury since leaving the field on a cart during Week 9 last season. The Steelers placed Holcomb on the reserve/physically unable to perform list on August 27. He will spend at least the first 4 weeks of the 2024 campaign on that list. Holcomb recorded 54 combined tackles, including 4 tackles for loss, 2 pass defenses, and 2 forced fumbles in 8 games for Pittsburgh last season. But it's unclear when he will return. The Steelers added inside linebackers both in free agency and the draft this past offseason in preparation for Holcomb to miss at least the beginning of the 2024 season. Steelers' Keanu Benton drops truth bomb on cheat code. The Pittsburgh Steelers' formidable defense rests heavily on the shoulders of defensive tackle Cam Hayward. However, Hayward suffered a groin injury that affected his play, leading to a subpar showing last season. With the injury and his advancing age, the 13-year defensive lineman might be thinking of passing the torch to a younger player. Enter Steelers tackle Keanu Benton, whom Cam Hayward had taken under his wing during training camp. On his part, Benton was deeply appreciative of the experience playing with and learning under the veteran lineman. "It's a cheat code. I feel like it's a cheat code," Benton told reporters after practice on Monday. "I'm not coming in here doing it for the first time. I'm not going in blind. I can lean on guys like that to lead the way and ask some questions like, what do you wish you would have done your rookie year? It's not mystical, and I feel like he hands those details down." Keanu Benton had showed some promise as a rookie, where he started 9 games and averaging 2 forced fumbles, 1 sack, 2 defensed passes, and 36 combined tackles. However, promising rookies also carry the burden of expectations heading into their second year, and by all accounts the young player sounds like he is ready to show out in 2024. While Cam Hayward dispelled retirement rumors after a disappointing last season, he won't play forever. The defensive tackle plans to play for at least 2 more seasons, hoping to extend his career by 3 years. During this time, though, he also took interest in teaching Benton the ins and outs of the Steelers' defense, hence the cheat code remark. Likewise, Hayward's influence and leadership seemed to have rubbed off on Benton, who stepped up as a leader while the older defensive lineman skipped OTAs, organized team activities. Moreover, Hayward remained in communication with Benton throughout his absence, maintaining continuity and promoting the young tackle's development. Besides Keanu Benton's development with the Steelers, Cam Hayward seeks an extension with the team. The veteran DT wants to finish his stellar career with the team, though he doesn't plan to retire after the 2024 season. It would have been fine had Hayward played at a consistently high level last season, but the groin injury caused a decline in his play. The team may not want to give him his desired contract, considering that a player of Hayward's age might have trouble returning to their previous Pro Bowl form. Maybe it's also why the Steelers want to fast-track Keanu Benton's development in case talks with the veteran lineman ultimately sour. Should Steelers sign ex-Cowboys receiver Noah Brown? As teams trimmed their rosters down to 53 players on Tuesday, multiple teams had to cut some strong talent to get under the limit. Some of that talent could be of interest to the Pittsburgh Steelers. As the team continues to wait for the situation between Brandon Aiyuk and the San Francisco 49ers to come to a resolution, the need for a strong starting receiver on the roster is still apparent. While the team can't go out and simply sign an Aiyuk-level talent, there are certainly some options that can come in and have an immediate impact for Pittsburgh, one of those being Noah Brown. Brown, who was released by the Houston Texans on Tuesday, had a career year last season, finishing with 567 receiving yards in just 10 games. That would have given him the third most on the team last season behind George Pickens and Deontay Johnson, and Johnson was traded to the Carolina Panthers in the offseason. Although Brown may have a strong market, the Steelers offer him an opportunity to start right away for a team that is looking to compete for a playoff spot as well as their division. Brown also gives the Steelers a considerably cheaper and less risky option than Aiyuk. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Noah Brown? Leave your opinion in the comments.